My name is Feli. My name is Feli. Thank you for welcoming me on your farm. I appreciate. Could you please introduce yourself to the viewers of Feli Life channel and talk about your business, how you started, the challenges you are facing, the solutions that you found for your challenges, and how your business is thriving through this pandemic and the harsh economy.
Okay, thank you, Feli. Thank you so much. I'm so humbled to be on your platform. And my name is Rachel. I am a recent graduate from UCU, Mukono. I started a Piggery project right after I graduated from UCU. But I started it with my friend called Ingrid. We were so blessed that her mother gave us 3 pigs. We started with 3 pigs, and that's how we've been, apparently. But the whole history, brief history is we brought them from Kachiri, SOS Kachiri. We started with 3. Those are the first 2 units you see
In Uganda.
Mukono. Another thing that I will not forget to mention, that I need to mention, is so that I don't forget, is that we're so grateful to our landlord, because we were renting here as we were students, and we remained. He's the one who gave us the land, and he's the one who gave us the idea. So we started the project, me and Ingrid, and it was flourishing, very okay. The first pig gave birth. Then as time went on, we hit COVID. The lockdown came in and everything. So when the COVID came in, we hit challenges in terms of finances, feed-wise, medication. That's when I remember it was, I think, a Sunday afternoon when I met Tolit and decided to sell the idea to him. So he came on board, and Tolit coming on board, we brought in Alvin. So we are predominantly 4 partners in the business. We all have shares. So we've been trying. I don't work, I'm unemployed, but this is my employment. Ingrid is also the same.
So how are you connecting with the four partners? Because it's not really easy to partner with people in your business. How are you managing it?
Number one, when those of Toilet came on board and Alvin, we made it clear, I personally made clear to them that they had to make sacrifices. Everyone has to make sacrifices to get to where they want to be. And the other thing is, we have to use every opportunity, every strength that we have to accomplish and to help each other. So then the most important thing was not to complain. When you keep complaining, you never accomplish something. So we made it clear, we made boundaries in terms of responsibilities. Each one had their responsibilities. Ingrid handles the financial books. I handle the running of the farm. Tolit and Alvin bringing the money, the funding. They come once in a while in case we have money, labor that we need. They're also on board, because bearing in mind the two are still students, so they cannot be full-time.
So basically, this project is for youths.
It's for youths.
Youths, basically.
It was started by youths, and it's going to be expanded and involved. And it's going to involve youths, more and more youths, because we have a lot of challenges, and we know with the government that we're having, there's certain things that are not being solved. So in terms of challenges that we hit, it was the COVID. Number 2, the farm, let me say, we're coming from different stages of life, background. Me, like personally, me and Alvin, who have grown up in an ideal society of family, some of our family members did not accept the fact, they are not happy with what we are doing. But those are things you overlook as long as you know what you're doing. So then we're grateful to DHL itself. DHL came in once, I think came in, mentored Ingrid personally, mentored also me through Ingrid, and the funding they gave us, we were able to put it back into the farm itself. Then our landlord, Mr. Geoffrey Mukasa himself, is kind enough number of times to help us financially, mentally, emotionally, the times when it stresses, and he helps. Then the neighbor, the Bubuju neighbor, the Mukono, and there's that thing. So we're so grateful.
how did you like? How was the process? How did you come up from 3 pigs to now? I'm seeing like there are over more than 10 pigs right in the farm.
We started with 2 females. We started with 2 females. We brought 1 male, but unfortunately, the male wasn't a good breed. So we found that we had to do what? Sell it off. And when we sold it off, we injected back the money into the business, into the project. So right there in the middle sty after the piglets is Helena.
Helena,
That one's Helena. Helena is the mother to these 5 piglets. 4 females and 1 male. So Helena is the one who started the expansion project in terms of reproduction. So this is her second birth. Those are the piglets you see over there.
They look healthy.
They're very healthy. We try as much as possible. And Shiba concurrently is the one that is expectant. We expect her to give birth possibly this week.
Let's go there. Let's take a look.
So Shiba, let's take a look this side. So this is Shiba. This is her first birth. This is going to be her first birth. And she's a nice pig, not violent, depending on how she receives you and how you also react. But she's expecting. This is Boaz. He's the male. He's the only male in the farm, though he's castrated. Then these are the females: Success, Prosper, Stewart.
They have cool
and
names.
Joy. Yeah. Apparently, I chose those names with Ingrid, and they need to remind us. Their names remind us of a lot of things. We named Shiba and Helena. Actually, we named Shiba because when she was still young, she was so rowdy, that thing. But then Helena was calm, and we had a friend of ours in one of the these very rentals. She was a very nice person. She's called Helen. Very calm, composed. She was joyous, and she's there, and she was also fat. And Helena naturally is fat, so that's why we named her Helena. Then these ones we named them Success, but this is Success. This is Prosper, and Stewart, and what? Joy. Why we named this one Success? She was the smallest when Helena gave birth, and personally, I didn't have hope in her surviving so much. But apparently, she was the first to go on it, and as we speak right now, she's maybe expectant. So that's why I named her Success in the beginning, because I said to have this hope that she would come out. Then, in terms of the structure, I know your viewers are going to ask, why did you choose the structure? Number one, you couldn't take cement. Cement needs constant cleaning. You need to clean each and every day, day in, day out. The other thing, cement is prone to harboring a lot of parasites. Now, let's assume she's breastfeeding. She's a breastfeeding pig, and she lies down. And if you've not cleaned it on time, or you clean and you don't thoroughly clean, there is this ideology that I have that there are parasites that are going to enter through her nipples. Automatically, she's going to have diseases like mastitis, something of that sort. So that's why we chose this sawdust. Sawdust is easy. Assuming I got a job and I'm supposed to be at work by 8, I just come, remove their fecal matter, put it into a sack, feed them very fast, and a pig remains clean. That's the thing you're looking at it.
They are clean animals.
They are clean. One thing, there is another thing that I want to tell you viewers, and this one let me tell it to them with, I think, a lot of seriousness. I don't know if that word exists, but let's stop having the ideology that pigs are very dirty. A pig is one of the most sensitive animals in terms of skin. Why they cover themselves in that is because the skin is so sensitive, and automatically the dirt. But now, when you keep a pig into a very nice environment, it's good. And from the research that I've done, a pig is one of the most intelligent animals we have on the planet.
Yeah, very true.
Because how would you know that? Why is it that these pigs, if you look at even all the pig styles, why is it that they have one section they they eat, one section that they sleep, and one section that they eat themselves? That is something that is intelligent. So we must learn, and the other thing, we have to treat them with care. We have to know they're clean. I cannot come and give them food if their troughs are dirty. I don't. That is how I'm avoiding diseases. In terms of feeding, we do the bran, then broken maize, and soya, salt, and concentrates. Because most people, then we made them get used to a certain amount gradually.
So how much does that pig, the big pig?
Shiba, since she's expectant, in a day Shiba can eat around 4 kilos of food. If I'm to assume, because in the morning, because you give them food twice. In the morning, I give her, assuming, half a kilo of bran. Then I give her their peelings of matoke, potatoes, Irish.
So what's the use of the peelings of matoke
The peelings,
and Irish?
the peelings from it's not my perception or idea, but from the guys I've talked to, most of them say that it helps to limit a pig from getting a lot of fats. So you put the peelings. That's why you see, I don't know if you've realized, there's a time even Toliti himself told me that it's not good to give a pig a lot of fiber. So giving them the peelings helps subside on the what? The fats. So for Shiba, she takes like around 4 kilos. It's just like any pregnant or expectant or breastfeeding mother. You have to give them a little more. But now for these ones, they eat around 3 kilos or 2.5 kilos. Why? And they only eat twice a day, all of them. The only pigs that on this farm that are eating twice a day are the piglets. When you wean them off, since they are not on breast milk, you automatically have to replace, not even replace, you're supposed to put a substitute for the milk. And that's why you find yourself, you're going to have to feed them with the best that you can. Their feeding formula is different from these ones. For them, I make sure there's fish, make sure there's salt, there's the minerals that they need to have. And for me, I have a rule, we have a rule as partners on the farm. We never sell off a pig to a person or give them out unless they've started eating properly, and they're eating really properly. So these ones, they're supposed to be picked this week over the weekend. They will have made a month and 2 weeks. Then
So how much do you sell those ones?
those piglets are going for at 100,000.
Okay.
And first come, first serve, because we have the market, like I told you. Because best case, sometimes when you do a business, when you're in a business or when you start a business, you have to make sure that your product is up to standard. When it's up to standard and it's what you really want or what the market out there wants, you'll not have to look for market. For us, the market that we've been getting, it's out of word of mouth. Then the other thing that I would want to introduce to you to is the garden you're seeing around. The garden you're seeing around, that is maize that has been planted by us. We planted this maize this year, this very year. We did this one, we planted it ourselves.
All of this.
Yeah, but this maize was purposely planted for the pigs. Because just like I told you, one of the biggest challenges we have is pigs. So we planted the maize so that when it dries, just we reduce on the costs of buying. So if we reduce on the costs of buying food, automatically we are saving. And if we are saving, we're saving for our expansion, we're saving for buying land, we are also bettering our lives, we're bettering also the pigs. So the land we have here, we built, we planted, then we have another piece of land somewhere else we have also planted. So that is how in the next coming months we are going to be able to sustain the farm.
So what attracted you to come up with a piggery project with your partners?
Number one, I started with chicken. But I saw, being a student, I not yet graduated by that time, and I started in my home district, Soroti. I'm from Serere, but I started it in Soroti. That's my birth town. So I started in Soroti at my maternal uncle's place, and I hit challenges in terms, I had the food, but in terms of medicating me. Yeah? And I'm employed, I was not employed, sorry, I'm not employed, I'm still a student. Not everyone is willing to go to lengths to help you with what you want. So when I finished school, when I was here, when I finished, when I finished graduating, I went back to Soweto, but I decided to come back. Then my landlord decides to tell me to do what? He was like, you guys need to do what? Start something as you wait on jobs that you're applying for. So that's when we hit it. And the other thing I would mention to your viewers is, please stop complaining too much. Stop complaining too much. Look at the time, or look at the time, time that you're investing into other things. Why don't you invest it into something that is going to be in the long run, is going to be helpful? Why? We started with 350. But in that 350, 50,000 is what we began, Uganda shillings. The 50,000 is what we used to buy the food that started us for 2 months, because we only had 3 pigs, and we were supplementing with waste food and other feeds. So we started with the 350, and I remember it came from someone who was who was so loving and understanding. He gave us the money. We built up the structures. The 50,000 is what we used to buy the food. So when we bought the food, we came and started, and the love started growing from nowhere. But initially, back then, my grandparents here in Mukono had also pigs, and I loved them. And apparently, that's where Boaz's names come from. Boaz initially was a name. I got it from one of my grandfather's pigs. And my grandfather believed that I would manage a farm. He believed, he's one of the mentors that I've had. My uncle has also been one of the mentors that I've had. I'm so grateful to all of them. My father has also been a mentor, though he's not someone who puts, he's someone who's from behind it. He doesn't put it there. My mother has also been a mentor to me.
So for you to succeed, to get
for
where
me
you
to
are
succeed
now
where
with the
I am,
partners, it's through
mentorship. Through mentorship. In mentorship, I believe there is a negativity, and there is negative and positive mentorship. Negative mentorship came in terms whereby I didn't see my family loving what I was doing, but that pushed me to expand. That pushed me to dwell on things. That pushed me to expand.
Like it pushed you harder.
It pushed me harder. That's why I keep saying they are my mentors. Because if I told her like, okay, yeah, you can do it, I'll be like, okay, I'll sit and relax and be like, yeah, they're giving me the money. But every money that you're putting in is coming from the sweat of 4 of us. Wow. It's either someone, they give you money for the month and you decide to say, okay, let me part with this money and do this. Okay? Then Ingrid, the same thing, you get small amounts of money. Other people give you, you forego certain things.
So what do you advise about the youths who are unemployed in Uganda? Because that is a challenge.
The youths that are unemployed. I don't know what situation you're in. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know your background. But if there's one thing that I'm going to tell you, if you know something deep down in your guts, you know that this is what I know. This is my talent. This is what I can do. This is where my strength lies. Do it. Go through thick and thin. By hook or crook, you'll get everything.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Or what
it doesn't matter. Have. We started with a little.
We started with
but
little.
We are expanding. No matter what anyone is going to tell you in society. They're going to say you studied engineering, you studied mass communication, but you're a farmer. That doesn't count. Right now in this COVID era, we the farmers are the ones that are feeding. A person cannot go a day without eating because it is something that is an essential part of a human being. So youths, take up the challenge, be who you are, do what you have to do to sustain yourself. Don't look at inheriting your father's land. Don't look at looking for white collar jobs. White collar jobs will come. A job will come if it is meant to be yours. But go back. If it means you retaliating and going back to the village, go back and utilize the land that is there. You never know. But don't sit docile, sitting, waking up, playing games, social media. Those are the things that take up time. By the time you realize, one thing at the end of the day, I always tell my partners is the clock never stops ticking. Right now, we're in the afternoon of our life. We're soon going to enter the evening. At the end of the day, what have you done? When you reach to God, He's also going to ask you the same thing. So, please, be yourselves.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for hosting me. I really appreciate once again. This is Felilife channel. The new subscribers, thank you very much. The viewers, subscribe, like, comment. Thank you.